Oh man, it's finally time! It's finally time! I think the Nostalgia Critic said it best when he said,
"Is it possible to make fun of a movie you like?" I don't know, but I'm doing it.
Well, I'm gonna try my hand at just that, as I take a look at one of my favorite movies, The Fifth Element. Some people call The Fifth Element this generation's Star Wars. Unlike, well, this generation's Star Wars. It was directed by Luc Besson, the man who brought us the kick-ass, gritty action drama The Professional just a few years earlier. A movie that established 3 indisputable facts, I might add. Jean Reno is a badass, Natalie Portman can act under the right circumstances, and Gary Oldman can never not be an awesome villain. I'm looking at you, Book of Eli.
What do you mean everyone?
As far as sci-fi goes, it just doesn't get much better than this. Unless, of course, you've seen Blade Runner. Now, is this movie perfect? No, it's not. It's stupid as hell. But I still love it. So with that said, let's dive right into The Fifth Element. Our movie opens in Egypt, where we see Luke Perry in his own 90210 spin-off series, Cairo 11341.
When the 3 planets are in eclipse, the black hole like a door is open. Evil comes, spreading terror and chaos.
Wow, the Egyptians actually saw Hannah Montana coming. Dylan and, I don't know, Colonel Sanders here are archaeologists. Next you're gonna tell me that Shannon Doherty is a biochemist and Mark Wahlberg's an astronaut. They are on the verge of making a big discovery.
Water, fire, earth, air. Around a 5th one. A 5th element.
Name drop! Next we are introduced to a kindly priest.
Forgive me, Lord. I already know too much.
Or maybe not. Yeah, Obi-Wan here is protecting some sort of big secret that needs to stay hidden.
Salute.
But then a giant waffle cone arrives, and out comes a race of metallic Missy Elliots. These interstellar fortune cookies are here to take the stones back because they are no longer safe on Earth.
In 300 years, when evil returns, so shall we.
We cut to 300 years later, and we get our first look at the great evil. Zombieland? For God's sakes, man! It only wants Twinkies! Just give it what it wants! So obviously everything they do fails, and the captain starts leaking Bosco, and then... And that's what you get for not having a Twinkie on board. So now we are introduced to our hero, Corbin Dallas, played by Bruce Willis. So let's see what kind of stereotypes he has in this movie, shall we? Okay, former military.
Still prefer your cat to the...
Check. Divorcee. Check. Bad job.
Finger. I drive a cab now.
Check. And with this being Bruce Willis, I'm just gonna pencil in heavily armed, unwilling hero that saves the day against impossible odds. Check. May or may not wear shoes. Just in case. And so the space waffle cone returns. Oh boy, the day's saved. Absolutely nothing can go wrong now. Oh gee, I didn't see that coming.
We are lost.
So they find a survivor in the crash site. Well gee, I hope he pulls through! And through the use of technobabble jargon physics, they attempt to reconstruct the survivor.
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. Better, stronger, faster.
Well, what do you know? They built a Mila Jovovich. So why couldn't all the aliens look like that instead of waddling trash compactors? Ah! I had a dream that I was Carrot Top! Yeah, thinking about Carrot Top does that to me too. So Alice escapes what might as well be the Umbrella Corporation and attempts to reenact The Fugitive.
I didn't kill my wife! I don't care!
Which lands her in the back seat of Bruce Willis's cab. Coincidence? I think not. You know, this kinda reminds me of something. Alright, this is starting to look way too familiar. Oh, god damn it, George!
This is so stupid.
Wow, this takes Crazy Taxi to a whole new level.
Play it soft. Play it soft. You wanna play it hard?
Then we're gonna die hard. I'm sorry, I feel just as bad about saying that as you do about hearing it. So the two finally escape the police and attempt to lay low, until Corbin realizes that Alice is hurt and asking for a priest. Well, it's a good thing she's not a 12-year-old boy. What, no boo? So we are then introduced to the priest in question, played by Ian Holm.
Nobody knows who she is. No file, no ID, nothing. She's got a tattoo on this arm here.
Tattoo?
Yes, tattoos really turned me on. Just like 12-year-old boys. Seriously? Still no booze?
Fifth element.
Name drop! Not literally!
Finger's gonna kill me.
So Corbin attempts to wake up Alice, and that goes about as well as expected.
You're right. I shouldn't have done that.
Corbin then tries to introduce himself.
Corbin.
Lilu.
Corbin. Lilu. Corbin. Lilu. Corbin. Lilu. Corbin. Lilu. Corbin.
Oh look, a giant couch walked in. Yeah, she thinks it's stupid too.
Father, are you sure she's a supreme being?
I do indeed, not Colin Hanks.
What's she doing?
Well, it's the first time she's ever used a computer in her life. What do you think she's doing? She's going on 4chan. So the priest asks Lilu about the stones, which she says have been stolen.
Who in God's name would do such a thing?
Gary Oldman, that's who. Why does he look like a metrosexual Hitler? So Gary Oldman and his evil army of Ernest Borgnines were the ones behind the destruction of the giant waffle cone. And their payment for this task might just be the most awesome gun ever.
North Dakota, South Dakota, Illinois, and Indiana.
Okay, second most awesome gun ever.
Rocket launcher? Arrow launcher?
It can cut through a tin can and still slice a tomato like this.
My favorite.
So it looks like the bad guys are gonna steal an easy win here, but... It turns out that the metallic Missy Elliott's pulled the old switcheroo, and Gary Oldman is not happy. Ernest and his Dirty Dozen don't take it very well either. But being the fair and nice guy that he is, Gary gives them a little consolation prize. A for effort. So we find out that the stones are in safekeeping on a planet called Floston. As not Colin Hanks sits down at the computer trying to figure out a way there, they are interrupted by Gary's goons.
Not really.
I'm sorry. It's just impossible to look tough while you're wearing a bright blue yarmulke. What the hell kind of future is this? Did the Blue Man Group start up their own religion? They take the priest to see Zorg to discuss the whereabouts of the stones.
Cheers.
It's a living.
How your entire empire of destruction comes crashing down, all because of one little cherry.
You think that's silly? This douchebag over here choked on a pretzel. Oh, that you boo? Pedophile priest jokes are fine, but make one Bush joke and oh, you're going too far. Man, the boo machine must be Republican.
I want this operation to be discreet as possible. No troops, no big operation. I want your best man to go undercover.
I have the perfect one.
Well, I wonder who that could be.
Been selected for a mission of the utmost importance.
What mission?
Save the world.
Or as Bruce Willis would call it, Wednesday. I couldn't resist, sorry. As it turns out, a contest is rigged so that Corbin can get to Flossin and retrieve the stones. Too bad though that the winner of this contest was announced publicly, as the priest shows up demanding the tickets from Corbin.
We're not going on a vacation, we're on a mission.
What kind of mission?
We're on a mission from God.
So, being a man of the cloth, the priest obviously just uses violence to get what he wants.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
So the priest gives the tickets to not Colin Hanks and gives Lilu her very own multipass.
Multipass.
The tickets?
Mr. Dallas?
Yeah.
Corbin intercepts not Colin Hanks just in time though.
I am Corbin Dallas.
But I thought the other guy was Corbin. His argument was very convincing.
Lilu Dallas multipass.
Multipass.
Leela, multipass. She knows it's a multipass. Leela Dallas, my wife. We're newlyweds. Just met. You know how it is. Bump into each.
Just FYI, that was my favorite scene in the entire movie.
Each other, sparks happen. Yeah, she knows it's a multipass.
Multipass. Oh, and the priest isn't the only one who wants his ticket. Take Sinead O'Connor and Matthew Lillard here, for example. Ruh-roh, Raggy. You're Ernest Borgnine in disguise. Like wow, Scoob. Next Corbin Dallas impersonator is Zorg's right-hand man. He bombs.
Interview.
Miss. Multipass.
Multipass. And oh boy, now it's time to meet my personal favorite character, Ruby Rhod, played by Chris Tucker.
Boy is fueled like fire. So start melting, ladies, because the boy is hotter than hot. He's hot, hot.
He's really funny. I'm never gonna get sick of this guy.
Right heels, right hands, right on.
Right on, right on.
Right on, right on. And he's got unbelievable. Quiver, ladies, quiver. And what I'm looking at, Intimate is this stud muffin's middle name. So tell me, my man, you nervous in the service?
Okay, I'm sick of him. What's next?
All night long. All night long. All night.
Thanks, Bruce.
Leela, we are not on vacation. I'm on a mission, a very important mission. I work for some very important people. If I hadn't come to get you, you would be in big trouble. Do you understand that? Do you understand big trouble?
Little China.
You no trouble. Me protect you.
Oh, and what the hell is this? She can speak English all of a sudden? Whatever. I'll just call it plot convenience via Rosetta Stone. So they go to sleep and are whisked away to planet Floston. Now we find out why Zorg wants the stones, as he is working for Zombieland.
Where are you?
Far now.
So a planet had nothing else better to do than to call up this guy and say hey? And why is it that whenever anyone comes into contact or even gets a simple phone call from this thing, they bleed Bosco? Ah, screw it. If I start questioning one thing that doesn't make sense in this movie, then I'm gonna have to start questioning everything that doesn't make sense in this movie. And if I have to start questioning everything that doesn't make sense in this movie, we're gonna be here for hours.